Thank you very much. And that's what we are ready to do, in addition to the local responsibilities. You have something to say?
Please, for a minute. Thank you. Gentlemen, I am Colonel Khurram, the Defense Advisor of Pakistan in Sri Lanka since 2008. I have seen this war before and after. We all present here, we have appreciated the national effort of Sri Lanka at strategic plane, at operational plane, and at tactical plane by armed forces. We have listened to Honorable Secretary of the President about the mega projects and the future prospects for a greater Sri Lanka. We have listened to Honorable Governor of the Bank, Central Bank, who mentioned the economic cost of the war. However, gentlemen, in my view, after having lived here for 3 years, there is another major cost which Sri Lankan armed forces offered in the line of duty for their motherland. I feel that has got little less focus and attention, largely due to the large hearts of Sri Lanka armed forces and its service commanders not to share their own sufferings, the pains which have been borne by Sri Lankan armed forces. Just to mention to this August gathering that few months back I visited the Rehabilitation Center of Sri Lanka Armed Forces, which is meant for the soldiers and officers who were the casualties of this 30 years long war. Gentlemen, I have seen young officers and soldiers without one limb, without 2 limbs, and some even without 4 limbs, and some even without 4 limbs and without the power of seeing and hearing. But one thing was, gentlemen, common in all of those, and that was a smiling face that has contributed to the victory, to safeguarding the national interest. Gentlemen, I wanted to bring this to the knowledge of the August hearing, that we must give a great applause and claps to those unknown and silent heroes. Their hearts may listen to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Colonel Khurram. Thank you for those heart-rendering remarks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the concluding remarks. The seminar that commenced on 31st May, after 2.5 days of deliberations, has come to an end. Let me invite Dr. Rohan Gunaratne to make the closing remarks. Over to you, sir.
Secretary to the President, Governor, Central Bank, Army Commander, commanders, past commanders, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we come to the end of 2.5 days of presentations and deliberations on defeating terrorism, the Sri Lanka experience. And as we do that, I want to identify 3 significant lessons that is worthy of reflection. One is that terrorism and insurgency can be defeated. I believe that the most important lesson one can learn by looking at the Sri Lanka experience is that even a terrorist group as cunning, as ruthless, as deceptive as the LTT, that was largely supported and driven by a state-of-the-art international network, even such a group can be dismantled. Even such a group can be contained, isolated, and eliminated. So that gives tremendous hope for more than 50% of the countries in this world that suffer today from insurgency and terrorism. 70 to 80% of all conflicts globally are driven by the misinterpretation of religion and by the misinterpretation of nationalism. So in many ways, we have seen that the ethno-political and the politico-religious conflicts present the single biggest national security threat to nations in the global north and in the global south. And the Sri Lankan case study clearly demonstrates that if a government is able to deliver, to plan very carefully, it is able to defeat any terrorist or any insurgent group, even a group as brutal, as ruthless as the LTT. The second most important lesson that we can learn by looking at the LTT is that careful preparation is a precondition for dismantling any terrorist or insurgent group. And I want to share with you just one such example. That is, as the Sri Lankan government prepared to mount its operations against the LTT, Sri Lanka worked very closely with India. And of course, of the 3 Sri Lankan leaders that engaged India, I am very pleased that one of them, Mr. Lalit Veeratunga, is here. And that engagement with India was crucial. So the geopolitical challenge must be met. If we take the case of Pakistan, which is today suffering from terrorism more than most nations in the world, I would say that the violence in Pakistan today is comparable to Iraq and Afghanistan. Pakistan inherited a huge problem after US intervention in Afghanistan because all the terrorists, they crossed over. And I believe that the geopolitics always underlie terrorist and insurgent situations. The geopolitical peace must be fixed. That is crucial. And in the case of Sri Lanka, these 3 leaders, which included Mr. Veeratunga, ensured that there was an outstanding relationship with their counterparts. And that gave us success. Certainly, in parallel with that,